Me and Hello Kitty welcome you to the channel. Uh, Today I'm talking about a topic uh, because I've been seeing, I watch a lot of YouTube videos myself, and I've seen the topic, red flags to avoid with a Filipina over and over and over again. And whenever I'm watching these videos, like I always think the same thing, and that is, what about the foreigner? Like, nobody ever talks about how we as foreigners can be a red flag. Hey, Michael White, uh, nah, I don't think you're a red flag. Uh, I think Charm would agree with me. But we're going to talk about some of the things that I've seen in other videos. There's so many videos about, you've got to vet the Filipina, and you've got to look out for this and look out for that, and basically always be on guard about the devious Filipina. And I truly believe, like, one, if you come to the Philippines or anywhere, if you're looking for a woman, looking for your lifelong partner with the type of mentality of, like, every single woman I meet is a potential scammer, you are going to have a hard time finding your lifelong partner. Because, like, uh, I, I'm the same way. Like, if a Filipina is like treating me constantly with suspicions, like, I don't want to be around that person. So if you're constantly treating your Filipina like with suspicions about how she could be a red flag, then things aren't going to go well for you either. Uh, so let's talk about some of the red flags that's commonly attributed to Filipinas first. Uh, you got, like, asking for money, uh, family dependency, or the family being too involved in your relationship, and, like, quick attachment. The, like, big red flag is, like, hi, how are you doing? My name's Ray. Oh, I love you. Well, that's not normal. And, like, those are, valid concerns that should be on your radar. Like, I don't think you should be like overly aggressive on trying to, like, find these red flags. And I think that's what the problem is. Like, foreigners come over here with all this information given to them by other expats, trying to, like, do the right thing and, warn them, give them a heads up, on things that they should look out for. And that's the difference. Things you should look out for, be aware of, but not, like, have those so ingrained that, you're coming over here and you're trying to prove, like whatever Filipina you meet, you're trying to prove that they have this red flag or that red flag. And honestly, that just makes you a red flag. Like, I wouldn't want to be around someone like that. Let's see who's here. Azrael, English grandfather, ma'am. Okay. Who's it? Michael Kaiser said hi. Hey, Michael Kaiser. Michael C's here. Azrael, I am originally Indonesian. Michael Kaizen, shout out. What's up? Okay, so let me get back to my topic here. So segment 2 is you got to look in the mirror. Do a mirror check. If you're an expat coming to the Philippines, or single expat in the Philippines, today we're going to take a look at yourself. See if any of these resonate with you. Number one is entitlement mentality. A lot of, and what I mean by that is a lot of expats come over here, foreigners come over here with the mentality from watching YouTube videos, that we're the prize. Like, I'm a valuable commodity. And just walking around, not taking any like personal responsibility for presenting yourself as a desirable mate. Like, you think that's all baked in. Like, it's been ingrained in you from YouTube videos that, oh, you're a foreigner, you've got, a big nose and whatever else, and like women are just gonna line up. Well, you got to be a good guy. Like, if you're not a good guy, you're just not a good guy. So, like, that whole mentality of, hey, I'm the prize. Like, you need to get rid of that right away. Filipina, yes. Some come with blindness of the surrounding, and some come with a disease called chronic loneliness. Yeah, and that's true too. Like, but I think, Philip, like, that situation, the I don't. Well, I just say it, like, the desperate foreigner, the desperate expat that, is like, they're the ones that's going to get taken advantage of and ignore all the red flags. But that's not necessarily the foreigner I'm talking about. Should AI donate? I don't know what that means, Michael Kaiser. I appreciate you being here, though. Aiden Jaquez. Hello, how are you? How you doing, Aiden? The second red flag that you should look in the mirror: excessive drinking, control issues, or unrealistic expectations. Go over each one of them briefly. Excessive drinking, that says it all. Like, no woman, Filipina or otherwise, like, wants to be with a drunk. Like, if you have an issue with alcohol, then there's nothing wrong with having a good time, cutting loose every once in a while. Don't get me wrong, I'm one of those guys. But I'm not drinking every day until I pass out. Anyway, like, if you're sloppy, take some time to work on yourself and get that under control. And, like, don't expect a good Filipina, to want to volunteer to be your caretaker. Control issues. Don't be bossy. Like, nobody likes a bossy person. That, my way or the highway. Well, the good Filipinos are going to take the highway. Like, no quality woman wants to be around that type of energy. And the third one was unrealistic expectations. All right, like, you are who you are. Like, you may have a few extra pounds, but, like, those things can be fixed. Like, you can work on yourself, and as long as you're like an honest and decent guy that is trying to improve himself, like, Filipinos will recognize that. But what I say by unrealistic expectations, like, I don't know, if you're a 2 and you're over here looking for a 10, that's an unrealistic expectation. Like, you're not gonna pull a 10 if you're a 2. And I don't just mean 2 as in, like, just your physical appearance, you know, because beauty's in the eye of the beholder, and like, you know, and it goes both ways. Like I heard somebody today, I'm not going to mention his name. I'm not going to, but he was talking about how, you know, the pool of potential Filipinas has dropped, you know, over the years. And the thing is, let me give it just a second. I'm gonna give me just a second to do a little moderation. Starting to add moderators again, but let people talk. Y'all moderators, let people talk. Where was I? Oh yeah, unrealistic expectations. It's like, uh, you know, you have to stay within your lane. Okay, I was watching another expat vlogger today, and he was talking about, you know, the decline in quality women and blah blah. And he said he sees expats that are coming over here and they're like dating ugly women. That's basically what he's saying. And I'm thinking, well, you know, that's an ugly woman. That's an ugly woman to you. Like I said, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Like someone that's attractive to me may not be attractive to you, or vice versa. And that's the beauty of things. If we were all attracted to the exact same woman, I've said this before, like there would be a lot more wars in the world if everyone was attracted to one woman. Like all the men would be fighting over that one woman. But we all have different tastes and different values, and there's, you know, there's things with a woman that, you know, makes her more attractive to us. Like it's not always about physical appearance. With all that said, you know, and the same thing for men. Like, you know, you can physically pull above, especially with women, you can pull above, you know, what physically you look like. You know, if you're a 6, you can get an 8. You know, you can go at least 2 above, you know, whatever your view you as your physical attraction. As long as you're a good guy, you're funny, you make her laugh, you make her feel beautiful, you make her feel special. Like that's what women want. Anyway, so don't hit above your weight class. Unrealistic expectations. Like I'm not into the whole big age gap situation. Some guys are, and that's cool. Like if that's what you're attracted to and she's attracted to you, go for it. But here's the unrealistic expectation. Don't expect a 22-year-old to act like a 45-year-old. It's just not going to happen. Like you've got to, you know, you've got to take everything into consideration when you're choosing a partner. Also, if you're coming over here, like you meet a woman and your mentality is like saving them instead of partnering with them, then that is a bad expectation. That's an unrealistic expectation. That's never going to work. Like you are not the hero of this Filipino story. Like you're looking for a partner, you know, not a charity case. You're not here like to pull someone, you know, out of poverty and they're just going to worship you. Like if that's your mindset, then you're a red flag. Don't be that guy. All right. Let's see. Let me hold on. Let me catch up on the comments, then we'll go on to the next section. All right. Where are we? Mike, see there, Indonesia. Where am I? Michael. Should I donate? You made my day. Oh, I appreciate it. Michael, appreciate that I made your day. Martin's here. Hey, Martin. Aiden, it's artificial intelligence bots. What's artificial intelligence bots? Michael said, cheers, mule in the house. To guide, Michael. Michael Kaiser said, you made my day, Ray. Thanks. Wait, Michael, just telling me that, you made my day too. Michael White said, please like and subscribe here. Said, hello, everyone. Money talks, BS walks. Philip said, wait, I know you're a good guy, Ray. Just keep promoting how to behavior over there. That's what I'm trying to do. Like, it was just like a couple days in a row. Like I kept seeing, you know, like it seemed like an overabundance of videos, like warning about Filipinas. And I'm like, what about the other side of that? Like nobody ever talks about, you know, the other side of the equation. Like it's a partnership, an equal partnership. Like, and just briefly, like men and women are equal. They have different roles that they play. I believe in traditional gender roles, men and women. There's things that men do better than women, and there's things that women do better than men. And you let each one of those partners do what they do best to contribute to the equally to the partnership, and y'all both benefit from it. Like, you know, there's nothing there's like I always say, like men are not more important than women, because if women aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing in a relationship, men can't do effectively what they need to do in a relationship. Like it works together. And so, you know, I believe men and women are equal, as in they are equally important in the success of a relationship. Mike Kai said hi again. Hey, Michael C. Sweet 25, that is Sally Grace. What's going on, Sally Grace? Said hi. Where's my man G-Dub at? Martin said, in my honest opinion, there's still plenty of Filipinos. They're just not interested in that type of expat. That's exactly what I'm saying, Martin. Like, I'm just gonna say it. It was Sunshine Shoulders' latest video, and I'm seriously thinking about like taking the video and doing a reaction of it, because there was some points in there that like I just disagreed with, and like I don't, you know, like he's a good guy, but I think he's, you know, not giving the full picture. Am I lagging, or is it just me? Wait. All right, wait. Wait, hold on. Okay. Michael said, please subscribe, everyone, and give a thumbs up. Thanks, Michael. Good evening, everyone. Hello, Ray. Hey, Sally Grace. Michael said, hi, sweet. Yeah, Michael White, Sweet 25 is G-Dub's girlfriend, Sally Grace. They're in Bacolod. Gino Anor Dazzle said, good evening, everyone. I gotta try and make sure I get all this. Y'all gonna have a karaoke party tonight? Michael White said, hey to Martin, hey to Mike Kaiser. Mike Kaiser saying hi some more, I appreciate it. Hey Aiden, hey Philip, hey Azrael, hey Dazzle, Gino. Hey Michael White. Martin said, I watch him too. He seemed a little angry lately. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I didn't understand. And he was kind of the inspiration to do this video. It was kind of like the tipping point. Michael White said, David Jessup is back. in induced coma for another surgery. Please, everyone, please say a prayer for him to be able to be strong through the surgery and to recover swiftly. Thank you. All right. Most graciously, Heavenly Father, we lift up our brother David Jessup as he's going through surgery. We know that you are the healer, and we just ask that your heavenly power be in the surgeon's hands, so that our brother can make it through the surgery. We just pray for your healing power in David Jessup's life. In our Savior Jesus Christ's name, amen. Sorry guys, if I feel, led to pray, I'm a procrastinator. If I don't do it right then, it's not going to get done. I can say, if I say, yeah, I'll pray for you, I probably have every intention that, I'll pray for you. But if it's, if I feel like prayer is needed, then there's no time like the present. Anyway, sorry for the interruption. Sally Gray said, yes, I'm here, Ray, watching you at work. G-Dub's at home. Okay. Hello, Michael White, how are you doing? Michael said, amen. Gina said, amen. Sally Gray said, amen. Okay, so back to the topic. Segment 3 is about cultural clashes. Different expectations of dating, family, gender roles. And I kind of touched on gender roles a little bit already. But, you're coming from a different culture. And one thing that I think that a lot of expats do wrong, hold on a second, is they are very enamored with the things that they really like about Filipinas, traditional values and of course beauty and all these other things. It's oh yeah, I want a Filipina, I want a Filipina, I want a Filipina, I want a Filipina. But then there's other things that they're like, no, I don't want that. I want the way the Western women do that. I want Filipina for all this. But then these things, I want you to be more like a Western woman. It doesn't work like that. You can't, a woman isn't, buying a car where you can change different accessories, to customize it exactly how you want. And I'm not trying to be funny, but if your Filipina believes that there's spirits that live in the trees, that just accept that. That's just how it is. But I'm not trying to make fun of Filipina. I mean, they have some superstitious type beliefs, and not all of them, but you can't pick. What I'm saying is you can't pick and choose what you want the attributes to be Filipina and what attributes you want to be not Filipina. Filipina is going to be a little more jealous. That's just part of it. So what I'm saying is you've got to come in understanding that there's going to be cultural difference and have an accepting mindset, and not go back up here to this other one about being bossy and controlling. Different expectations of family, and Gino's touched on this before. We're both in complete agreement. If you're in a serious relationship with a Filipina, especially if you're going to get married, I know Michael White is like this too, but you're going to get married, then her family becomes your family. Like, um, a lot of expat vloggers, talk about your future Filipina's wife as like the potential enemy. Like, if you've got that mindset, get rid of that. Like, that's no good. You know, you're becoming part of that family, and you know, you've got to be a good family member. Like, you know, if every family has an asshole. Don't be the asshole in your new family. The rude, you know, oh no, I don't want that. Like, you don't do manopo like to your parents, your new parents, like her parents are now your mother and father-in-law, and you should treat them with the same respect that you would treat your own mother and father. Um, I don't care if like the age difference is only a couple years. Like, you still respect their position in the family, as the elders. Like, their roles are mother and father of that family, and you need to respect those roles. Anyway, that's enough about that. Okay, machismo. Y'all know what machismo is? It's the mindset of I provide, she obeys. And I know that there's a lot of expats that come over here with that type mindset, and you need to leave that behind. Like I said, men and women are equal. They have equal roles. Yeah, the man is typically the provider, and the Filipina or the wife is basically your support crew. Like, you can't be the provider if there's not someone that's behind you giving you that support, and that's to be respected. It's not, I'm the boss. Like, I always had a saying like that. Well, it wasn't originally my saying, but it's my interpretation of this saying. But the saying was, the man is the king of the castle. And that is true. The thing is, the man is only the king of the castle if he is treating his wife like a queen. Like, you're not the king and everybody in the kingdom is your servants. That's not how it works. Like, you're the king, you treat your wife like a queen. If you have any children, you treat them like princes and princesses. That's the way you run a kingdom. It's not a dictatorship. Like, if you're the king, like, everybody in your household is not your subjects. If that makes sense. And to throw a little religious spin on it, the Bible says that a man should love his wife like Christ loved the church, willing to lay down his life for it. Like, that's not the type of attitude that, a man says, like, you obey me. It's like, uh, you have to have the attitude that, like, you sacrifice for your family. That's what a man does. If you're a man, then like, you do whatever you need to do to make sure everybody in your family is okay. Sometimes that job sucks. Like, but a lot of men just want that to be the easy job. It's like, I'm the boss. Like, I don't have to do anything. I can delegate. There's no delegating. Like, men sacrifice. Anyway, y'all can comment on that. It says, do expats expect Western behavior in Southeast Asian countries? I already touched on that with expecting, like, with the cultural differences. All right, and is this the last segment? Yeah, the last segment is Becoming the green flag. Number one, be honest about your intentions. When you come to the Philippines, are you here for, love or fun? Be honest. Like, be honest with yourself. Be honest with every Filipino. Don't be running around like trying to get Filipinas to fall in love with you and then move on to another Filipina, because that just means you're a piece of shit. Like, don't do that. Don't be that guy. Like, if you're not ready to be serious and be in a long-term relationship, then you meet a Filipina, let her know that. She might try to still like convince you, and maybe eventually you'll get convinced like to move out of that like casual dating mentality. But always be honest. Number two, practice self-awareness and growth. If you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, hey, I'm getting a little chubby, start walking more. Eat healthier foods. Like be the type of person that you'd want to date. Like, if you look in the mirror, like you look in the mirror and said, if you can't say, like, I want a woman that is like me, and I'm not talking about like a man, but they take care of themselves, and like they have good hygiene. Like, if you're not taking a shower every day, every once in a while put on a little cologne, like trying to smell good, shave, like you're not all like, I need to shave right now. But Michael White was talking about, look, I cleaned it up, Michael. He was saying I was getting shaggy. But you take care of yourself. Like, use lotion. Yeah, I don't care if you don't think it's manly or not. Like, you should use lotion. It's good for your skin. Skin's the biggest organ in your body. Take care of it. Use lotion. Sunscreen. And don't dress like, you're raiding the dumpsters behind a Goodwill. Like, whatever Goodwill threw out, you're going to put on, because you see guys got like big holes in their shirt and their belly hanging out, and shirt's too small for them, or like just look like a slob. And like, if you're walking around looking like a slob and thinking that Filipinas should be falling all over themselves to date you, the problem is not with the Filipinas. That's all I'm saying. Learn some Tagalog. Be curious about the culture. Like, this is kind of a pet peeve of mine. And like, you don't have to, like, I'm not fluent in Tagalog, and I'm not going to be fluent in Tagalog anytime soon. But like, I am making an active effort to learn Tagalog. I make an active effort. Like, if I hear something, about Filipino history, like I'll read about it. I'll watch a video. I'll do something, because like I've said before, I chose to come here. So like, I should learn about the Philippines, the culture, the language. I know they speak English, but it's like, if you walk around and two Filipinos are talking to each other, they're normally not talking to each other in English. So they're speaking in the language that's most comfortable to them. And I think it's important that, like, when you're in this country, like, you should try to make the people here comfortable with you being here. Like, them speaking English to us is because they want us to be comfortable in their country. Like, they're being gracious hosts, and I think you should reciprocate. That's just my opinion. And then treat her family with respect. green flag, and I've already covered that. So, uh, so now it's a live stream interaction. Ask you, here's my questions. What are red flags that you've seen from other expats? That's my question. And now I get back to the comments. All right. Oh, wait. Pogie said, yes, sir. Good evening, Sir Ray. Reported for duty at your service. Hey, Pogie. What's going on, nephew? Michael White said, hello to Pogie. Hello. Please, let's give a thumbs up, folk. I love you lurkers. Please come in and say hello. Scoop Steve. Hey, Ray Dog and everyone else. What's going on, Scoop Dog? Scoop Dog. Herp, herp. Everybody saying hi to each other. Hello, how are you? Michael said hello, Ray, and everyone. All right, so I've finished with the topic part of the live stream. Sula said, hey, Ray, still question, but what season are you in now over there? We are in what we call the Burr months. The weather's starting to get cooler. Of course, Christmas decorations are up already. I think it's like the rainy season is kind of winding down, and like it's getting into like the cooler months in the Philippines is like, the best time, and then that'll probably last until around February, and then March it'll start to get hot again. Wait, hi, something, but no more two in your name. Well, something simple too is the here. Let me add Sula as a moderator. Something simple. It's just like, like it used to be, because you can pick like your name, whatever. Like, my channel name was, at Ray in the Philippines, and then I used to put my handle is like Ray Moore, but then I changed my handle to match my channel name. So he might just have like something simple as his handle, but his channel name is something simple too, if that makes sense. Simple, winter, hot and wet. Wait. Oh, silly question. Okay. No silly questions. Sula, do they put their Christmas decorations up this early in the homes? Yes. Absolutely. Like I don't. But then again, I don't really put up Christmas decorations when it's like Christmas. Like for me, that's. I mean, I like it, but I don't like it enough, like to decorate for myself. If I had like little kids in the house, then I'd decorate for them. But like me personally, I've never been like like seasonal decorations kind of thing. If someone else wants to do it, cool. I'll help. If I need to decorate, but I don't do it just for myself. Hey, so, wow, that's amazing. What about Halloween? Is it celebrated? Yeah, I don't think it's not celebrated as much as it is in the U.S., but they do have Halloween. Michael said, yes, had to choose at something simple too because something simple was already taken. Yeah, but yeah, Michael, I would go and change your your handle, like go and change your handle to exactly match your YouTube channel name, and like no spaces. Same with you, Michael White. For Thriving Philippine Expat, like I would put it all together, so that, you know, when you say, you tell people, it's like, you know, you want to find my channel, just type it just like you see it on the screen. Yes, in many places, and Day of the Dead, October 31st and November 1st. Oh, okay. The Hello Kitty cup is fun. Yeah, it's one of my things. I'm not wearing my Saints hat right now, but normally my Saints hat and my Hello Kitty cup let you know you're on the right channel. Bama in the Philippines. What's going on, Bama? And then, have I made, let me check, make sure. Put you as a moderator too. There you go. All right, so we'll just sub Bama. That's cool. Let's see if I got, did I get, wait, let's see. I'm doing some, making everyone a moderator. Oh, I missed one. Dino Patient. Hello, how are you? Hey, Dino Patient. I'm sorry I missed your comment earlier. I was probably talking. All right. Let's see. Sula said, Ray, how long have you been out there now? Do you ever fly back to U.S. or is this your home now? Okay, I'll break that down. I have been here. I've been here since October of last year. So it's like, it would be a year, but I did fly out from, I think it was around, from like March and April I was gone. Yeah, I think I was gone for like March and April, back to the U.S. because my bank locked my bank account, and so I had to fly back to get that taken care of. But yes, the Philippines is my full-time home now. I am not planning on going back to the U.S. if I can help it, without any kind of emergency. Jimmy John said, "Y'all bet not lose to Vandy, Ray." I hear you. Like, I don't know what the hell like. I thought LSU was just gonna be rocking and rolling and start out beating Clemson and Florida, and like they look good. And then I don't know, like I don't know what's going on. I was watching a little short video today that had like Bob Barker and LSU's head coach standing there, and then it's like, you could win this, and the door open and there was like a U-Haul truck coming out. It's like, you may be moving. Hey Bama, do you celebrate Halloween? So it's a wow. Jimmy John, not seen you in a while, brother. Fortune, good PM, Ray, Michael White. Where are we at? Let me, hold on. Let me get caught up. Fortune. Wait. There we go. I'm making everybody moderator. Hey, Fortune, yes, we have a Halloween party for the kid. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. Like, to me, like, I've never really been into holidays. I mean, Thanksgiving, like, forget about it. Like Thanksgiving, like, I always say, like, Thanksgiving is like the ultimate guy holiday. Like, Thanksgiving, like, the women all get in the kitchen and cook this big meal, and you sit and you eat this big meal, this delicious food. Then you go, like, sit in a chair, watch football, take a nap, wake up, have a turkey sandwich. You know, like, just lazy, like, just get served. Pretty much, that's what Thanksgiving is. Before you women have an uproar, you got Valentine's Day. Like, Thanksgiving is, to me, is all about the man. Valentine's Day, all about the woman. Like, she doesn't cook, she doesn't clean, she doesn't do anything. Like, and Mother's Day, if you know. But Valentine's Day, like, you just spoil the woman. Thanksgiving, the woman spoils the man. That's the way I see it. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. So that flew by 1 year already. Yeah, it's been awesome. Sula. Sula Bank's a pain in the butt. They want everything digital until there's a problem and you have to be there in person. Yeah, and say now, like, apparently, like, I don't bank with that particular bank anymore. And my new bank, USAA, like, they're 100% digital, so, like, I never have to worry about going into a physical branch for anything because they don't have any physical branches. Micah said, I've been here 14 years and never going back. Me neither. I'll be up there one day, Michael. Scuba Steve said, I'm back. I didn't know you left. Hello, Bama. Bama said, hey to Steve. Hey, Fortune. Hey, Gino. Everybody saying, hey to everybody. Jimmy John, I usually miss your live because I don't get up that early in Georgia. Yeah, I got you, Jimmy. Let me, wait, hold on. Where are you at? Jimmy John. Let me add you as a moderator. There we go. Yeah, no, I got it. And I made, like, toy with, like, some different times, but for like the foreseeable future, like, I'm gonna stick to this time slot. Like, I've got people that expect me around this time, and like, just once I kind of get, how do I say it, get all I can in this time slot, like, I may alter it a little bit to try and pick up, a few like, new viewers, or make it more convenient for my current viewers. Fortune, thanks, Ray, for the rain. Absolutely, you look good in blue. Blue da ba dee ba da ba dee. I'm blue da ba dee ba. Scuba said, hey, Fortune, hello, Jimmy John. Maya said, yeah, I just tried to change it to at something simple, but it says already in use. I had no choice but to take at something simple too, because that was available. I wanted match in the beginning, but unable to. Yeah, but what I'm saying, Michael, is you can still change your handle. Like, like, you can change your handle to match your channel name. Just like mine is, Ray in the Philippines, and my handle is Ray in the Philippines, all one together. So they're exactly the same. Sula, which is bigger, Thanksgiving or Christmas? For me, it's Thanksgiving. Like, that's just me. But I think for like pretty much everywhere else in the world, even in the U.S., it's Christmas. You know, like Christmas is always bigger. Like, Christmas starts Black Friday, like the day after things. As soon as Thanksgiving's over, it's Christmas. Like it's all about shopping for Christmas. But me, I've always enjoyed Thanksgiving the most out of all the holidays, even when I was a kid. Fortune, we're having Halloween decors and trick or treat in the office on the 30th for the kids. That'll be fun. Like, and to me, like that's, you know, I miss that. I miss that in the States. Like, in the U.S., like when I was a kid, like we would go out with a gang of other kids. Like we'd just be dressed up, have like a pillowcase, and go around and like a gang of kids. We're just like 10 deep, walking around door to door and like getting candy. When our pillowcase got full, we'd go back to the house and dump it out on the bed and go back out with our empty pillowcase. But you know, but nowadays, like each individual kid is like ferried around by their mom and dad and like drive to a house and they go up and then get back in the car and drive to the next house, and it's like very sheltered. And I understand, maybe the world's a more dangerous place now, but I miss that. Like I miss, kids just like running free and being kids, and you see that in the Philippines. Like, I don't think that Filipino parents think that their kids need like an armed escort to go around to their neighbors' houses to get candy. Like, and they shouldn't. Uh, like, I don't know if how big of trick or treating is a thing in the Philippines, but I always enjoyed that aspect. Like, whenever I first became an adult, I always, couldn't wait to, you know, be the candy giver, to graduate, from the candy getter to the candy giver. And because I mean, I don't know if y'all seen me around little kids, but I love little kids. Like I'm a sucker for little kids. Like like I melt. Like I just whatever they need. What do you need? Like Uncle Ray's got you. Uh, and then of course, as an adult, you're kind of like in that middle range. You know, I didn't really have that middle range much because like I was married, but like when you were like a single man in your early 20s and single women in their early 20s would go out to the bar and like you know every woman was dressed as a sexy something. It was like sexy nurse, sexy cat, sexy vampire, sexy skeleton, whatever it was something like they're like uh, I think like women, especially in the U.S., like use Halloween as an excuse to just be slutty. Like it's the only time that it's okay for a woman to dress slutty and not get slut shamed by every other woman, because every other woman is dressed slutty too. So it's okay. Uh, but I like that part. Um, that was always entertaining. Uh, Scoop Steve said, by the way, he in the Philippines, we start Christmas on September 1st, which is 120 of Christmas. Yep, that's right, the Burr months. Absolutely, Scoop Steve. Michael White said, which day and month is Thanksgiving Day in the Philippines? I'm not sure. Like, I know in Canada, it's like October 1st is their Thanksgiving. Um, I don't know if it's different in the Philippines or not. Bama said, yeah, it's a little odd hanging up Halloween decorations after putting up the Christmas tree, LOL. Yeah, that's weird. They have like have like zombie Santa in the front yard. uh, with like skeleton reindeer. Uh, James on my second cup of coffee. Hey James, my brother James. Dinner with Ray live has been working out for me. There you go. Uh, and that's one thing I like about this time is, I kind of connect with, my friends that are here in the Philippines. It's a convenient time, pretty much for, everybody here. Fortune said, no real Thanksgiving here, but I think the fiestas are Thanksgiving for Pinoys, honoring the patron saint. Okay, that makes sense. Like, and you know, I think the fiestas are are kind of like Thanksgiving and Mardi Gras rolled into one. Like, because I haven't really heard of any. Like, Fortune, you can tell me, is there like Mardi Gras celebrations uh, in the Philippines? Like, I mean, it's a Roman Catholic kind of thing. Like, uh, although Mardi Gras is French, it was like more like the French Catholics. Um, with Mardi Gras is like Mardi Gras is the Tuesday before Ash Wednesday, the beginning of Lent, when you have to like give up and sacrifice up until Easter. Um, so like Tuesday was just like get it all out of your system now because you got to walk the straight and narrow for the next couple months. But I don't know if there's really any Mardi Gras in the Philippines. Sula said, I experienced Thanksgiving 2 years ago. It seemed a big deal. One woman didn't join in. She was watching football with the men. She doesn't cook, but I didn't know it was more for the men. That's not a popular opinion. That's my opinion. And I think it's, to me, like it makes sense. Like if you think about, from a man's perspective, what you expect for Thanksgiving, it's this kind of the same as what a woman expects how Valentine's Day should be for a woman. Like where they're just spoiled and like, treated like princesses. Well, so Thanksgiving is just like men's Valentine's Day. That's the way I view it. Michael said, no Thanksgiving in the Philippines. That is American holiday that expats are trying to bring to the Philippines. Well, yeah, I'll bring it to the Philippines. Like if I can find a turkey, I'll have turkey. Sula, my man is from the USA, so I need to know these things. Yeah, and he wouldn't come out and say it like that because, like, men aren't allowed to want anything in the U.S. for ourselves. But, to me, it makes perfect sense. Like my comparison of Thanksgiving and Valentine's Day. Like it's equal. Like, a woman has a day that's all about her. So men should have a day that's all about them. And like to me, Thanksgiving just kind of fits that bill. But I mean, the women, of course, the women eat the food too, and they, normally family members, like all the women are together, like in the kitchen enjoying their time together cooking. So it's enjoyable from a different aspect. Billy. Jimmy John, oh no worries. Like I told another YouTuber, you do you, and those that want to follow will adjust their time accordingly. Yeah, and And no, I'm not saying that I'm trying to like accommodate anybody else, but I I picked this time because like it was the convenient time for me, and and I'm gonna ride that for a while, uh, But if I start to kind of get stagnant, where like I'm not really getting any new growth, and if I keep running into like I'm running into a lot of my American viewers, it's just not really a convenient time for them at all. Um, that I may have to, at some point may have to switch to like a different time slot just to uh, be more accommodating. Uh, I was thinking, maybe sometime like 11 o'clock or something like that, where it's like 10 or 11 o'clock in the U.S. Like I'm talking about in the evening uh, there, but like 10, 11 o'clock, like after most of the people have done their normal morning live streams, do one kind of like it'd be like more late night for the U.S. Ray after dark. Uh, Mike says hi to my brother James. Sula, Alabama. That would be a strange doing Halloween after the Christmas start. Yeah, that's what I said. Need like a zombie Santa, skeleton reindeer. I'm gonna do that whenever I get like a place. I am gonna do that. Sula, Halloween originated in Ireland. All Hallows Eve. Uh, I didn't know that's exactly where it originated. Scuba, Ray, why can't I find you live on my TV? I don't know what's wrong with your TV. I need to come give it a whack on the side or something. Bama said, it is a little Sula. Yeah, a little weird. Sula, over here, Ray, the kids go around themselves. They play out in the streets, go to the shops alone. Even the dogs walk themselves. It's funny, but great. Yeah, and see, that's the way the U.S. used to be, Sula, and like, unfortunately, it's not like that anymore. McLovin, how's it going, Ray? What's going on, McLovin? How you doing? How you doing? How's your mama and them? Michael said, nobody celebrates Halloween in our village. You should start a thing. Start a thing. Like, get a bunch of candy and, like, just wait for random kids to come by and say, hey, come here. Give them candy. Say, happy Halloween. I think you'll start a thing. Fortune said, Steve, search Ray in the Philippines. It doesn't say live, but look for the RU, the red flag. Oh, okay. Bam in the Philippines. I love getting so many carolers at Christmas. They flock to our house, and it's so much fun. Oh, okay. Tony Rain retracted a message. What's going on, Tony Rain? What'd you have to say? I would have talked to you. Yeah, I imagine like caroling's big in the Philippines. I would guess like as big as Christmas is, as big as singing is, Christmas singing, like that's a no-brainer right there. Sula, my nephew is 6 years old. Last week at school, his friend was looking for something under the table. Another boy asked, "What are you looking for?" My nephew said he was looking for a wife. One that under the table wife. They're hard to find sometimes. I mean, you got to look high and low to find a good wife. He's learning young. Like, you got to put in the effort. Like, that's what my whole live stream is about. Like, if you want a good wife, you got to put in the effort. That means looking under the table. You got to do what you got to do. But yeah, like, kids, like, it's so much different now. Like, I really do appreciate like the way kids are in the Philippines. Like, you know, some people might complain like they're too loud, running wild, all that. But I much prefer that to having like these zombie kids that like are like at home in their bedroom playing video games all day and they're never outside, and like they go to school and just wait to get back home and get back on their video games and looking at their phones 24/7. Like just a bunch of zombie kids. Like I'd much rather have the kids that are like running around being rambunctious, being kids. Like I enjoy kids being kids. Like it makes me happy. Like, they're just having fun. Like when I was a kid, there was no inside. Like you got home from school, you like took your school clothes off, you put your play clothes on, and you got the hell out the house. You don't come back in the house till the street light comes on. The street light ain't on, you go in the house, like your mom or dad, what the hell are you doing in the house? Go back outside. I'm thirsty. Drink out of the water hose. Get the hell out the house. We're having relaxed time without no kids in the house right now. Fortune said, not really Mardi Gras Ray, but the Atahan Festival is something like that. Okay, cool. Atahan Festival and Kalibo, closest thing to Mardi Gras. Yeah, y'all were saying it at the same time. Well, I will have to check that out. I might, yeah, I'm gonna plan to be in Kalibo definitely in February. I'm assuming it's in February. Like my birthday's in February. Fortune said, Sinulog Dinigyan. Dinigyan. Jimmy John, this is different. Tell me, Michael, you're building a TV while in here, right? Tony Bank. Oh, Tony Rain retracted mess. Is that again? Tony Rain, you just don't want to tell me nothing. Keep retracting messages. Sula said, for Valentine's, I don't like flowers or spoiling. Let's get steak and a beer. Hey, girl, if that's what you want, then you get what you want. That's the way it should be. Like Valentine's Day, I truly believe like Valentine's Day is like 100% about the woman. Like I'm lucky. I am really lucky, and I'll tell you why. Because Lynn's birthday is on Valentine's Day. So I just have to go out all out for one day. Like normally you'd have to like go all out for her birthday and then go all out again for Valentine's Day. I just got one time. I just do all the spoiling on that one day. Double spoilage. Gino said, Ati Adahan is a mix of religious processions and Mardi Gras type activities. All right. Right, Gino. Gino said, always end with an outdoor mass in Pastrana Park in Kalibo. Cool. James said, oh no, Billy getting up. Coffee time for her. All right, James, give Billy a hug for me. Got to go, starting the day. All right, brother. Have a good day. David, hello, Ray. Where you been? Been on James live and Mike's live. Now you're live. Well, I appreciate you being here, David. You missed the topic. I don't think anybody other than me has talked about the topic. Fortune said, we got off on Halloween and Thanksgiving. Gino, which is cool. Like, I don't mind whatever, like after I get my topic out of the way, like y'all want to talk about other stuff, I'm down. Gino, diocese of Kalibo is sede vacante, no bishop, but there is still a few months until January. Maybe Pope Leo the 14th will surprise us. Okay. Adia. Adahan Festival, January 11th through the 18th. Thailand Rob said hi. What's going on, Thailand Rob? Where are you at? I'm guessing Thailand. Yes, I am a red flag. LOL. Well, David, I knew that. Oh my goodness. All right, so like January 11th through the 18th. That's not very Mardi Gras like I'm gonna start Mardi Gras, like real Mardi Gras in Kalibo. We're gonna get some. I'm gonna rent a bunch of tricycles. We're gonna decorate them up. I'm gonna order a bunch of beads. We're just gonna drive through neighborhoods, playing loud music and throwing beads to everybody. Jimmy John, I'm on top. Wait, I'm in Bakan. Okay, I have no idea where that is. So I'm assuming you like it over there. What is? Why is? What's going on? Angel just blowing up my phone. Jimmy John said, I'm on topic, Ray. I heard you learn as much as you can before going over, then adjust, accept, and fit in when you arrive. Yeah, absolutely. And let me hold on just a minute. I gotta tell her I'm on live right now. Yeah, I mean that's definitely part of it. I think the main crux of my live stream was I believe that there's too much focus by expats and expat vloggers about finding red flags in Filipinas, and nobody ever talks about like identifying red flags within yourself and fixing those before coming to the Philippines. Angel, wait a second, hold on. Bama said, yeah, JJ, if you're not willing to conform to changes, they shouldn't come. Yeah, and it's it's not necessarily conforming to changes, but like being accepting of differences. Like, like I'm gonna be who I am and try to be the best version of myself, but I'm gonna let everybody else like be who they think the best version of themselves is. Gino said, they don't throw beads here. Everyone passing shots of liquor on the street all day. Okay, well I could get down with that, but like I said, we're gonna do it in February. Angel Bay said, hey, we might look at this unit on your condos next Thursday. It's so doable. Well, I'll be here next Thursday. Can't wait to hang out with y'all. Oh yeah, 70 more minutes. Jimmy John, just try not to behave like a Crimson Tide. Are you you messing with Bama? Jimmy John? Yeah, I just find it funny, when they're like these like I can just picture like this like expat that's like overweight and like unshaven, got like hair growing out of his ears, and watching these videos and saying, oh, well, you know, I got to look out for this and this and this, and you know, Filipinas, you know, make sure that I don't get a bad one. Well, dude, you know, you need to like trim your ear hair and, you know, slim down. Take, you know, take pride in your appearance and your hygiene and everything else. And like everyone's focused on how like the other person's got to be. Like, be the best you that you can be. And before like all this focus on, you know, uh, wait. McLovin said, I don't understand why people don't go with the flow. Hell, you're retired. You have all day. I agree, McLovin. Like, you know, I don't get stressed about anything. I just, you know, do whatever. Thailand Rob, where are you landing? Are you asking me, or are you asking? I'm already here. I'm in Tagaytay. David, you don't have to conform to anything. No, and I totally agree with you, David. Like, you know, I like what I like. Like I'm not all of a sudden gonna start eating balut more regularly. I tried it. I don't like it. I'm not conforming. I ain't doing it again. Like, I'll try things, but that doesn't mean that like I've got to change who I am to be in the Philippines. Like, I can be who I am in the Philippines. I just have to like let the Philippines be what it's gonna be, and like everybody around me, like accept people for who they are and be understanding. And hopefully people aren't gonna understand me. Bam, got to Ray, can't beat those suckers. Bama sticking out his tongue at you, Jimmy John. Bama, when I said conform, I meant accept the way things are here. Don't fight it or talk bad about it. Yeah. Yeah, I got a little, I don't know. I watched, what is it now? Geo on the Go. And he did a video about like all of the annoyances in the Philippines. And I don't know how I feel about it. It's like, you know, it's like, okay, you don't want to like, and he didn't like completely like trash the Philippines, but at the same time, it's like, you know, let it go. Like, you're in a whole nother country. Like, a lot of vloggers, you know, they talk about like Philippine like they're always, you know, like talking good about the Philippines, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, this is where I choose to live, and I choose to find the good in the place that I live. Like, because I am a positive person, not because I'm saying, oh, there's nothing wrong in the Philippines, but like all that has to do with is perception. Like what kind of person are you? If you're the type of person that, like I said before, if you're the type of person that's going to look for negative things, you're going to find a lot in the Philippines. If you're the type of person that looks for positive things, you're going to find a lot in the Philippines. I'm a positive person. I like talking about positive things. It keeps me in a positive mindset. Like, it makes me feel good. Like, I don't want to be that type of person that's like always complaining about this, or like there's plenty of things to complain about, but complaining sucks. Like complaining doesn't put me in a good mood. It doesn't do anything. There's two times in life that you would complain. Like you can complain about something that you have no control over. So all that complaining is completely wasted effort. Or you can complain about something that you do have control over, and then your energy would be better served doing whatever you need to do to fix the situation rather than complaining. Like if you see if you walk out your front door every day and you see like a little pile of garbage that's, right there on the street, and it bothers you, and you go home every day and you say, man, I can't believe that pile of garbage is still sitting there, blah, 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 blah. Well, if you haven't like taken a bag, picked up that garbage, tied it up, and then you don't see it anymore, that's on you. Like you may say it's not your job, but if it's gonna keep you from complaining, just like fix it. If it's bothering you, then it's your problem. If it's not bothering you, it's not your problem. David said normal people would just fit in, especially if you're in another country. Otherwise, you won't like it and you would choose to leave. Yeah. And the thing is, like I said, people that come with a negative mindset are not going to like the Philippines. They're not. McLovin, always save the receipt because once a month you can go to the local barangay and trade her in. A receipt for the Filipina? Do I need to go to my barangay like McLovin? Do I need to go to the barangay captain and say I need a Filipina receipt? That's just silly. That's just silliness. Jimmy John, Tagaytay, home of the bulalo. I like that soup. Perfect for hangover. I love bulalo. Like it's like really rich. The beef is like really tender. And then like just what they add, like the cabbage, and I don't know what the other kind of green stuff that's in bulalo, but yeah, I like it. I get me like a spoonful of rice, and then I'll dip it in that broth, and then I'll eat the rice with the broth. Oh, it's so good. I want some bulalo now. Martin said, that type of expat doesn't usually last very long. The Philippine breaks them. Yeah, totally agree, Martin. I agree too. Tony Rain, just coming in here, retracting messages. Tony Rain is the message retractor. Tony Rain, sooner or later I'm gonna catch you saying something. Oh, McLovin, wait a minute. McLovin, Gio can't handle that his wife was more successful than him. Where am I? Hold on. Let me, hold on. Where are we at? We got, okay. McLovin. Gio can't handle that his wife was more successful than him. Yeah, I'm not going to comment on there. I don't know what was going on with them. Thailand Rob said, never saw Gio out after 5 p.m. He is a predator. I don't know him like that. So I couldn't say. Tony Rain just constantly retracting messages. Easy Home Cooking said, hello friend. Hey, Easy Home Cooking. Thailand Rob, for almost 4 years here, I'm starting to call this place home. That's awesome. You got to find a place that you're comfortable, and like I always say, like, everywhere in the world has its pros and cons. And every individual has to decide like what pros are like more important to them in their life that they can withstand the cons. Like, if there's people all the time, they're talking about like, oh, the food is better in Thailand, it's cheaper in Thailand, the infrastructure is better in Thailand. Yes, yes, and yes. I'll concede all three of those. But on the flip side, like the people in the Philippines are more welcoming. Like English is more widely spoken, and the immigration is less stressful, like a lot easier. So you got these three, and you got these three. Out of those categories, like which three is most important to you? If it's like food, infrastructure, and a lower cost of living, go to Thailand. If it's a more welcoming culture, especially to Americans, wider English and immigration ease, go to the Philippines. That's like you rank what's most important to you, and then you choose based on your own personal choices. And so like all these debates about like which place is better is bullshit. Like that's like saying that's like going to each man and like, okay, wives notwithstanding, but going to each man and saying like, who is the most attractive woman in the world? Well, you're gonna get like 100 different answers. If you polled 100 men, you'd get very little overlap, because everyone has their own preference. So anyway, Tyler, wait, easy home cooking. Hello, hey, easy home cooking. Tony Rain coming in with the message retraction. I appreciate you, Tony Rain. Just keep on retracting messages. Sup, broccoli juice? Broccoli juice. Hey, girl, you want some of this broccoli? I told Lynn that last night. She didn't understand why I was laughing so much. I said, what's the initials of broccoli juice? I said, you want to get this juice from the broccoli? Get this broccoli juice. Don't get me started again, Angel. I tickled myself. David said, but Gio wasn't wrong. It's just if people are watching your videos and you never talk about the bad, people if you don't talk about the bad, people don't get the whole story. Then they get here and blame you for not telling them the bad. Retracted a message. Go figure. I hear what you're saying, David, and yeah, like, but you've heard me say over and over again. The thing is, I said, like, if you're the type of person that's looking for things to complain about, the Philippines is not going to disappoint you. Like and I've mentioned, different annoyances in the Philippines, but I've also preached, having a positive mindset and looking for things to be positive about. Because if you let like the different annoyances in life drag you down and steal your happiness, that's not good. And see, again, it's a person, like people's personal choices. Like people that are coming over here, for the first time, they're going to have to determine for themselves, what level of annoyance is acceptable. Because like I said, no matter where you go in the world, anywhere, like there's going to be things to be positive about, and there's going to be things that bother you everywhere. I don't like you can't name a country that's, like perfect, where like everything is just perfect all the time, because like everybody would be living there. There's going to be, like I said, things that, and you got to figure out what's important to you, and if the things that are important to you override the things that annoy you. But just getting on here, and if I was to get on here like every day and talk about like every single bad thing that you could experience in the Philippines, like that, nobody would. I wouldn't watch that. That's like, I'm not a Debbie Downer, like now I'll handle, give people, good advice, like, get you a sling bag. I learned from personal experience. Gino is gonna laugh at me when he hears it, but get you a sling bag, put you some wet wipes in there. Like, if you're going on a trip, carry wet wipes with you, because you may run into a CR that like doesn't have running water, doesn't have toilet paper, definitely won't have toilet paper, but like, you got to be prepared for those situations. McLovin, where are you located, Ray? I'm in Tagaytay, Cavite, on the island of Luzon. Tony Rain retracted the message. Broccoli juice, laughing. Finally, Tony Rain said something to me. Appreciate you being here, Tony Rain. Thailand Rob said, Philippines is the closest to American culture in Asia, but it different enough to be interesting. I can definitely see that. There's a lot of things in the Philippines, like culturally, that remind me of like the early 80s. Like I was talking about earlier, like the kids playing outside and being kids. Like that's the way it was when I was a kid. Simon, evening, Ray. Hey, everyone. What's going on, Simon? CEO to Farmer. Wait. Let me catch up. CEO to Farmer. We got a moderator. And then, wait. Did I miss anybody? Thailand Rob. Philippines is the closest to American culture. Okay, wait. Evening, Ray, everyone. Thailand is a great playground, but I would end up hurting myself. Yeah, and see, that doesn't really like appeal to me. Like, and I'm not judging. Like, I've said many times, like, I want people to do what makes them happy and enjoy their life and be happy. But like everybody's happiness doesn't look the same. And like, even when I was in America, when I was younger, like I said, I was married during like the single 20s time so I never was into like going out to bars or clubs or anything. I never really did that. So like going out to, like bars and clubs, I like going to like a party with people and, where I know everybody. Simon said, Bama, completely agree. What you said. What did he say? Whatever it was, I'm sure it was very thoughtful. Gino said, wet wipes a must carry in the Philippines. Absolutely. Oh, I'm getting past my time. I I gotta wrap it up. Gino, you never did answer me if y'all having a karaoke party. Hammond said, hey to Simon. McLovin said, oh hell, I will be living right outside Clark. You're close. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna get up to Clark and visit some people up that way. Um, I know that you watch Ugly Tourist up that way. Simon said, accept where you live and integrate rather than complain about how things are different. Of course, it's going to be different. That's why we are here, isn't it? Absolutely. Like, embrace the different. Like, that's, you've, like, you do the research, then, come here and experience it yourself. Like, I understand what David was saying earlier about, you want to give people like relevant, real information, but the best information I can give is like before you sell all your stuff and pack up your life and like move over here permanently, you need to take a trip over here first, spend a couple weeks, see what it's like, and you'll see whether like there are things like you'll experience firsthand the things that I could sit here and talk about, but I don't need to. You'll like come over here with a good attitude and see for yourself if the annoyances are going to be a deal breaker for you or not. Simon said, appreciate the moderator, buddy. Much appreciate. Yeah, I wanted to add moderators back into the mix. Because, but just because it makes it easier for everybody to subscribe to each other. And I'm about caught up. Gino never did. Dazzle and Mom doing karaoke in 30 minutes. They're eating right now. All right. And everybody that's in here, like, I know I don't have to tell you, but you need to look out for Dazzle TV After Dark. It is Angeli's birthday. That's Dazzle's mom. They're gonna be doing karaoke, probably drinking a little wine. If I know Dazzle and Angeli, hold on, let me give me just a second. I'm gonna put a link in here. Well, actually, just about everybody can click on it, but I'm gonna put it in here anyway. Y'all give me just a second. Give me just a second. Okay. Wait. All right, I'm back. Okay, having soju tonight. All right, put the link to Dazzle TV up there. Let's see. Thailand Rob, before you leave Luzon, go to 100 Islands in northern Luzon. It's as nice as Palawan, but not as crowded. Yeah, I'm gonna get up that way. Like there's a lot of places. People always ask me like, are you going to Thailand? Are you going to Malaysia? Are you going to Vietnam? Yes, and yes. But before I do any of that, I want to visit like a lot of places in the Philippines first. Like Philippines is, my adopted home, and like I want to see not everything, but a lot of what the Philippines has to offer, like overall, before I like visit other places. Like I want to learn more about, my home. Tony Rain retracted messages. Bama, I sub Dazzle. Awesome. Yeah, go over there. They're going to be doing karaoke. Gino's a great guy. Bama, I didn't know that you weren't that you weren't already subbed to Gino. Well, that's good. Like, you're welcome, Bama, because you're gonna love Gino, and I'm gonna get ready to tune in. I've already done my hour, a little over an hour and a half. Thailand, there is a lot to see here in Philippines. Yeah, see the Thailand Rob is it is. Where did you say you were from? Because like the Thailand Rob is throwing me off. I'm gonna go ahead and add you as a moderator, so you'll be able to click on different people and join their channels. Makes it easier for people to join each other's channels when they're blue. When they're blue, Tony Rain said, I'm scared to go back to the Philippines because I'll probably be married in a week to one of those Filipinas if I did. Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes it's okay to get caught, as long as your captor is gentle and humane with you. The Filipinas like the broccoli juice. Just kidding. But anyway, on that note, like I said, I'm gonna give y'all time. Tony, that's funny but true though. Actually, it is, Simon. But I'm gonna give y'all time. Everybody sub to Gino, Navy. Hey, Amy. Name when you got 32 likes, Sir Ray. Yeah, it's been a good live stream, Amy. I was just fixing to get off here. Gino and Dazel's having a karaoke night pretty soon, so y'all be on the lookout. Let's see. Thailand Rob said Dumageddon gets a bad rap. All that drama is online. A lot of good guys here. Yeah, I believe that. There's, I don't get involved in all that. I plan on visiting like Bacolod and Dumageddon in the near future. There's people I want to see, and I'll definitely meet up with you, Rob. Have a coffee, have a beer, have whatever beverage of your choice. Martin said, Thailand Rob, you and Duma. I believe so. That's what it sounds like. Like the Thailand Rob threw me off too, Martin. And Martin's in Guam. But yeah, y'all, we're gonna be switching over to Gino's channel. They'll be coming on here pretty soon, so I will see y'all in the chat over there. Like, I appreciate all y'all coming by. OMG, online dating and searching for love is something I absolutely do not miss or wish on my sworn enemies. We'll save that for the next chat. Bama, be here for the next live stream. We'll talk about it. But until then, who dat? I love you all.